All right, Dr. Plankenstein's Fitness Training back here for some more pain. I linked up with Tuan Tran's pull-up challenge last week and went to his YouTube channel and saw he had another challenge up. He had to push press. But I'm going to start my workout with some squats because I'm trying to squat a little bit, almost like every day, because my squat is sucking. It's not at double body weight right now, and it should be. That's only 275 right there. I weigh about 165. And that 165 helped me out in the pull-up challenge with the 45-pound plate. But in the push press, it's a little tougher because I got to drive up 135. And I started with a set of 7. I probably could have cranked out 9 or 10. I could probably press that weight 5 times. You should be able to push press more than you can press. If you can't push press more than you can press, you definitely have some core issues, or you have an issue translating power throughout your body. And that's where the push press is a good exercise. You know, you're just kind of using your lower body. It's a little bit of a plyometric, and then you're just kind of using those triceps to get it overhead. I've done about 6 or 7 Olympic lifting competitions over the years in the Masters division. I got up to about snatch and body weight. My best clean and jerk was 102 kilos, I believe. That was about 225 pounds. And the push press is a little like the jerk. The only thing with the jerk is you can't press at all. When you drive that weight up and you got to jump under it. So I didn't really do a lot of push presses when I was trained in the Olympic lifts because there's a little confusion of the movement. If you're push pressing your max weight in an Olympic meet, you're going to get a red light. And that actually happened to me with about 230 pounds. I drove it up to about the top of my head and just kind of pressed it out. And it's funny because most of the Olympic lifters don't do a lot of pressing, but occasionally you get guys who sneak in from like powerlifting or strongman to give Olympic lifting a try, and they end up getting stuck pressing out some of their jerks. But ideally, if your form is good with Olympic lifting, you shouldn't even be able to touch your best jerk with your best push press, because the jerk is all about just getting the bar up to your eyes and jumping deep underneath. And that was the hardest part with Olympic lifting for me, was jumping under the bar. There's the power going up with all the lifts, but then there's a certain athleticism and speed of going down under the bar, jumping under a jerk, jumping down into a clean, jumping under a snatch. If you see some of my Olympic lifting videos, I end up powering a lot of the weights up just because I don't have that agility. And if I was ever to get back into Olympic lifting, I'd probably be what I would be dedicating a lot of my workouts to, is getting down under, doing deeper split jerks. Now here I'm starting to struggle a little bit. This next set, I put a belt on. I deadlifted yesterday. I did my week 3 of the Wendler on a deadlift. So my back was a little taxed. But to be honest with you, that belt felt weird. And it just didn't feel good with my core. It felt like I was using it too much. And I had been doing this fine without it. So I took it off. And then I cranked out a few more reps on that next set. So I just stayed beltless, raw, as we like to say. I have no opinions either way, you know, like, try to do most of my lifts raw, but sometimes if you think you're in a position where you might want to think about using a belt, you put it on. But definitely don't put it on with warm-up sets, or even 75, you know, it's more like a 90%, or if the weight feels like it might be a little flaky that day for you, you put a belt on, it might help you out, but it didn't help me out with the push press. And, you know, about 3 or 4 sets into it, I got in the right frame of mind. I started locking up my core and just driving that bar like a battering ram. And this is a good exercise for anybody who needs to display some power. Football, martial arts, anything where you need to strike. Boxing, where you need to deliver power from your legs, driving that weight overhead. Remember, you know, power isn't about sitting on a bench press or sitting in a leg press. Power is about transferring the power from your legs to your upper body and being strong throughout your whole body. And didn't come quite anywhere near Tuan. So 125 is really good. Hope some other people do this challenge. Talk to you later.